back with another episode of Two Women, 3 Acres. So sorry we missed yesterday, but we're back again today. So let's see what we're doing on the homestead today. So I washed my hair yesterday, so I'm gonna head to the car and finish doing my hair. While I have no tripod today, I actually have, my tripod is finally in and I'm so excited. So we're gonna go pick that up from the post office today. Super exciting. I like being able to take you guys everywhere on the journey. I like to take you step by step, and I need a tripod to do that. So again, thank you to those who donated to our housewarming. See the link in the comments. And thank you in general just to all of you guys for being supportive. So let's see what this chaotic day will bring on the homestead. So it's actually not been raining. It stopped raining for the past 2 days. I mean, it still rained a little bit, but the sun is out. As you can see, it's trying to peek behind the clouds, and it really helps bring a mood boost. So let's get to the car and start doing my hair. We've been charging our phones with our laptops to save on gas. That's always been the plan, but you know, it's hard to implement new plans on the homestead. But here we are in the car. Let's do my hair. So after I wash my hair, it gets really light and airy. So it's really soft, you know. A lot of the flakes are coming out, or came out when I washed it. I'm out of my dandruff shampoo. Unfortunately, I need to order more on Amazon or wherever they sell it here in Hawaii. But my hairstylist, I'm sure, would happily ship it to me, but I'm sure that's expensive. Today is a great day to dermaplane for me, mainly because I need to. Hello, welcome in. So I'm just getting my hair together. It's giving more, as much as I want to wear it down, it's giving more of a ponytail day today. I don't know if I can do the faux mullet. That's kind of what it is right now. But yeah. Hey, E13, how's it going? What's up? So you guys think I should do a fake mullet today, or do you think I should try and put this in a ponytail? But go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I go live every day from Hawaii on our 3-acre homestead. I'm going to shave my face today on live, so definitely stay tuned. Where am I from? Hey, Yasin, I am from the USA. So I live in Hawaii, in the Pacific Ocean, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Okay, hey Gios, what's up? Go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can get more off-grid Hawaii content. I live off-grid in Hawaii with my wife, JayySnow, who's also on YouTube, and we document our mornings every day off-grid. So if you ever wondered what it's like to live off-grid in Hawaii, or Hawaii as the locals say, follow our channel, subscribe, and you can always support our journey by clicking the linked pinned comment in the live stream. So what do you think about this hairstyle? I just watched it yesterday, and is this giving crazy? Is this giving Diana Ross? Like, what is this giving to you guys? I do have a scrunchie. I think I gotta put it up today, and whew, it is hot, so I am gonna turn the car on just a tad because I am sweating in here, but actually no, because I don't want my phone to connect to Bluetooth, y'all. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But let's see if I can do some sort of part. We're just gonna have to, this is gonna have to work until we go into the outdoor kitchen, honestly. So let's put the shades on. Let's put the shades on. All right. Okay. All right, so next up is teeth brushing. I don't know where I'm gonna put you guys because I don't have a tripod, but yeah, this our orange tree is busting at the seams. We're gonna be harvesting these oranges soon, and we honestly don't know what to do with it. We know we can do it, we know we can make it into orange juice, but it's just kind of too much. We don't have a refrigerator, so we can't refrigerate the orange juice. So the oranges are likely going to compost, y'all. Oh wait, I forgot my toothbrush. It is charging in the solar power charging station in our cabin. So let me grab our toothbrushes. Like the live, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel for more off-grid Hawaii life. I'm just unpadlocking. We got an excellent security system on our homestead in case you guys get some crazy ideas. You're not going to be able to get in. So let's go to the, see here, our toothbrushes. See our toothbrushes? They're being charged by the solar system. So let's grab my toothbrush, and I'm gonna unplug it after I grab it because having it plugged in keeps the power absorbed. And then I'm gonna brush my teeth with this solar powered toothbrush. And that is just a part of my morning routine. So how are you guys doing today? You guys are being pretty quiet in the chat. Can you see that it came in vacuum? Oh yeah, I didn't even see you guys come in. What's up? Hey, cool to live in a Sean. Hello, and she sing. I don't know what you said. Oh wow, this is a crazy mushroom. Look at this mushroom. Wow, there's mushrooms all back here. So obviously we don't come back here. All right. So that's your toothbrush. Try it. Now I gotta figure out the best plan of attack while also trying to work on the eating. All right. Hey, rolling up. What's up? Welcome to Off Grid Hawaii. All right. So, I'm now going to get, good God Almighty, hey. All right, so now I'm going to grab my razor so I can dermaplane my face on live today. So, I have these razors. I think they're mainly for eyebrows, but they look like this. And this is what I'm gonna use to shave my face today. It's an essential part of my beauty routine. I know it may be hard for you guys to see a woman acknowledging that she needs to shave her face, but everyone grows hair, and some women grow more hair than others. I am women who grow more hair than others, and this is how I have to get it removed. 76. Hey, Elijah P. But yeah, so this is Hawaii, y'all. You ever wonder what Hawaii's like? This is what it is. So, I'm going to, this is my little dermaplane station outside in our outdoor kitchen. Thank God I put on bug spray today. I don't know what you guys are saying with Paw Patrol. Are you a kid, Elijah? All right. All right. So this is how I shave my face. And I actually need to move closer to you guys because you guys are my mirror. My phone camera is my mirror. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. So for those of you who have been following me as a creator, oh, you're really probably surprised to see me shaving my face on live. But this is what women need to do sometimes, and I am said woman. I'm realizing I need a cup of water to like rinse the shaving cream off after I shave. So I'm just gonna grab that real quick. I have a little water cup. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so, all right, so let's get ready to shave my face, y'all. So yeah, you can drop any questions you have in the chat. I always start with this side because my most stubborn hairs are here. I put my tongue in the corner of my mouth to not hurt myself. And I'm not doing this for shock value. This is my morning routine. And that's what 2 Women, 3 Acres is about. I just dip it in the water. Go ahead and like the live. So I'm gonna put this down. And then I'm gonna brush my teeth. And then I can join
Addy.
Oh, our first egg harvest.
There
So
were some more
exciting.
that I couldn't reach. I don't know if everybody's can, but they were high. Yes.
This feels so good to remove. One thing I can't stand is feeling the hairs on my chin. Can anyone else relate? It just, like, see how much hair comes off? I don't know if I can get it in focus, but it's a lot of hair. This is called dermaplaning. In case you're wondering, it's what some women do to remove all of the hair from their face. It helps the skincare absorb better, and it also makes your face not hairy. But some people just have more of like a peach fuzz, whereas this, for me, it's also getting stubborn black hairs off of my face. Hey, Merle. Mohan, how are you? Oh, good, good. Yeah, I'm just here doing my dermaplaning. Of course I remember you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the live stream. India in the house, as usual. So once I do it this first time, thanks for liking the live. Go ahead and like the live if you haven't liked the live already. So that's the first round. So I do it in one direction and then I do it in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna put some more shaving cream. This is shaving cream. And we're gonna go around one more time. Make sure we got everything. The first time, hair grows in different direction. Thanks, Muriel. Thanks for liking the live. I appreciate you so much. How is India today? What's going on? Any holidays coming up? Whew. We appreciate all our Indian fans. Very nice. Good, good. Come and visit once. I want to so bad. I really do. It's on my list. I'm so grateful to have traveled the world, but I haven't been to India. Can I even say I've traveled the world if I haven't been to India? No, so I definitely want to go. One of my favorite movies is Slumdog Millionaire. Where am I now? I'm in Hawaii. I'm in Hawaii. Hawaii is in the USA, in case you don't know. Oh, it looks like the neighbors are working. Actually, I like to explore the world tour. Yeah, let's talk about it. So I grew up, I was born in the US. I grew up in the UK, came back to America. In my adult life, I went to France, spent time in Paris, Toulouse. This year alone, we were in Thailand, Malaysia, South Korea. That was really cool. This is my job. Our job is live streaming, and that's why we have the GoFundMe link pinned in bio. Your support literally puts food on our table. So if you have money, donate to our housewarming. We just bought a house. We put our life savings into our house. And we are content creators, full-time YouTubers working towards monetization on YouTube, but asking our fans to support us until we get to that journey. So thank you so much, Moral. Yeah. We've spent a long time looking for jobs, but couldn't get them. Both my wife and I, we have degrees, we have experience at major technology companies. So do you see the comment linked? Mural, do you see the comment that says send a housewarming gift? It's pinned in the chat. Send a housewarming gift. That would really make a difference for us. Thank you so much. Yes, so that link takes you to a website called GoFundMe, and that's how you can send money to us. Thank you so much. We're just so blessed to have supporters that even ask these questions. And, we are really riding on faith that the right people will find us and support us. So we hope that's you. It's not opening. You can send my Cash App or to my Cash App. Do you have, I don't know. We have GoFundMe. What do you mean it's not opening? If I click it, it opens for me. So if it doesn't open for you, oh, maybe it doesn't work in India. So you can email me. In my bio, there's an email where you can email me directly, and I can send you a PayPal invoice if PayPal works in India. But this is really good feedback to know that our GoFundMe doesn't work in India, But I appreciate the effort, and yeah, just send us an email and I'll send you to tell me how much you want to donate, and I'll send you a PayPal invoice. And that's why we're trying to unlock YouTube monetization. All right. My face is shaved, y'all. My face is shaved. Wow, what a journey. All right. I think they're over here. I may have accidentally left them upstairs. I can go. Huh? Okay. Well, I think I left something upstairs, but I guess we'll both go upstairs.
Well, I mean, if you can bring it all down, we can stay.
Okay.
I left the canopy and
Okay. We're actually about to go into the cabin right now, so today's your lucky day. So, this is our cabin. This is where we live. This is our home that we purchased. I think, oh, that's Oya, our cat. Hey, Oya, what's up? She's whining at me like I didn't feed her today when she absolutely has food. Right now I am looking. I'm not sure where the car keys are. I think I left them while I was brushing my teeth, maybe. Okay, let's go. Sleeping place is right here. It's our bed. We walk up these stairs here, and that's our bed. That's where we sleep. It's off-grid, Hawaii. It's very simple, but it's ours, and it works for us. Now let's see where the missing stuff is. I see one item. I see the other. How old am I? I am 35 years old. "35 never looked better."
I do have a Facebook.
Yes, married.
I would want you guys to subscribe and be on this channel or on this platform. Thank you, Addy.
Is there anything else you need? Did
Just,
you need also a...
no.
Okay. And the car keys?
Yeah, I'm about to go put my laptop up. Yeah, but I do have a Facebook, but this is the most used and up-to-date platform. So there's nothing.
She's right here.
I'm putting everything here.
You see her? She's also on live
So make
stream.
sure you subscribe, make sure you give the thumbs up. This is my main platform, and we'll continue until I get a huge streamer deal, and they tell me they're going to
So right now, I'm just sitting here on this makeshift bench. A wife. There she is over there, walking to the car. We're so excited because our registration came in today. And these are boogie boards. I really like them. All right. So I have to hold my phone everywhere because my tripod we will be picking up from the post office today. Really looking forward to it. I do have an Instagram, but I don't use it.
I don't know why they want to leave platform.
Probably because they want to send us messages. But yeah. I do have an Instagram, but not sharing it.
I got food for our cat, who's not our cat, who is obviously our cat.
I think I saw her earlier.
I definitely saw her earlier. I feel like she comes to check if we put the food out, but she comes so early. I don't be up that early. And I put it in the kitchen so she don't come tear up the kitchen. I don't think we ever picked
A topic? We didn't. Are you ready to sit down and do that?
Yeah. Did you want another cup of coffee?
I do. I was about to make one.
Okay. Well. Oh, I don't speak Russian, and they don't have a translate to English button. I can't even say your name, friend. We are currently in Hawaii on our off-grid homestead. This is JayySnow, an edition of Addy. It's our daily off-grid Hawaii live stream. We go live every single day. Typically, we miss yesterday.
All right.
But we go live every single day at 10 a.m. Hawaii time. So I try to schedule it so your time, but I'm getting better about scheduling this part.
No, you
Yes.
can't give your number.
USA,
You can email us.
America. Hi, bro. Hi. Hey. Yeah, Brucon. How are you guys doing today? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys like. Assalamu. Is it assalamu? Are you trying to say assalamu? I'm not Muslim, but assalamu alaikum. So yeah, eventually we're gonna have our second topic for you guys to talk about today. I think I gave you probably the most thorough.
No.
So, you know, as you guys can see, if you go it's really overgrown. Our guinea grass is back up high because it grows impossibly fast. And right now with our tools, we have frankly subpar tools. So they plug to the GoFundMe, help us get new tools. But a lot of it, everything we clear has to be done by hand. So it can be a lot. But I'm from Russia. I know you're from Russia. I can tell by the character. Welcome to Russia. Shout out to Russia. Thanks for tapping in. Make sure you like, give me the thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe. Hey, hello from Spain. What temperature is it there? I looked earlier. I think it was like 76. Let's see, 77 now. Yeah, is the temperature. So, yeah, I actually love Spain. I saw that it's a similar temperature in Spain. Honestly, similar weather. Because I have in my weather app, I have my favorite place in Spain saved, the Cali. So I saw exactly this. So the weather in Spain is rainy and winter. Incredible.
Yes, I'm making French press coffee.
McDonald's you can get here. And that was really moving. It's true, right? And I also love smokers. I was rolling my little cigarettes out of it. First Campo, and
Will I drink alcohol? No, it's 10, 30, 20, 38 in the morning.
That was Spain, España. Definitely one of the favorite. I mean, it's where I spent the first time I left the country. I actually really enjoyed it. I feel like I don't think there's another. And also, surprisingly, because when I went to France, I mean, obviously, French cuisine has a cuisine of its own, but I will say the Spanish cuisine was really good. And my Spanish host mother, she tried that sea bass. Like my mom from southern hemisphere of the United States has excellent they had it pretty well traveled. Yay, coffee's almost done. The kettle went off. Yes, I wanted, if it was warm enough, like to go to the beach, but it was sunny and spring. I feel like I hope the whole fall in Hawaii is not all rain, fall, and winter, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that it is. I'm trying to kind of get over it. As it's about to be really rainy. But I feel like this is a nice medium. How the sun comes out. I think I told you guys earlier. We've been getting about 2 to 4 hours of sun a day, which is good for our main solar system. Some of our solar lights that are on the independent solar light system, I feel like they kind of need more time. I feel like yesterday or the day before that, the shower light didn't charge because it was just like cloudy and gray. But I'm happily and thoroughly impressed with our solar system because even though it hasn't, it's really just been maximizing. I feel like the sun that does come, and I have felt solar abundant. So I'm excited about that. And hope that it continues, honestly. Let's do a Q&A. Nice to meet you. You have a nice day. Time here almost 22 o'clock here. Is that like 11 p.m.? Good night, Gone
10.
80 of 10 p.m. Good night, Gone 80. Thanks for tapping in. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, okay? Gracias por tu. Gracias. Oh yeah, I was doing a Q&A. A new one. No, I can only do a poll and I don't want a poll. I would like. I feel like this part of YouTube's been glitching. Alright, so I can only do a poll. I don't know if this still works. Alright. Hello, remember me, Damien Khan. Honestly, Damien Khan, I don't know if I remember you, but I'm glad you're back. How you doing? How's it going? What's up? I'm glad you remembered me. Did you subscribe from last time that you were here, Damien Khan? From Trinidad. Are you sure you weren't talking to Edition with Addy? Because I remember her saying Damien from Trinidad. Thank you guys so much for can you guys I'm JayySnow, and this is my wife, Edition with Addy. She's currently making coffee right now. We go live every day from our off-grid homestead at local time 10 a.m. What you doing to your ears, dude?
What do you mean my ears?
What's wrong?
Is it white?
Yeah.
It's probably leftover shaving cream.
Hey, Shakina. Shankina. Is it Shankina or Shakina? I guess you can't really tell me, but hi, welcome back. Glad
I
you
guess
could pop
there's
in.
a little bit of shaving cream left on my ears.
Oh, okay.
I dermaplaned.
I hope everybody's having a fabulous. I think today is Tuesday. That sounds right. Mm-mm-mm. Definitely a slow Tuesday. I think we decided we were going to go into town today and handle a couple of things that need to be done. Pick up Addy's tripod.
Yes, I'm super excited about that.
I'm excited about her tripod. Getting a new tripod too, though.
Yeah,
She's been working so hard.
this can finally
Look
go
at
in the
guys.
trash.
I need y'all to see this tripod. It's the tape job. She's been trying so hard. Yeah, no, I think I definitely remember her talking to you, Damien. I just didn't know if it was me, but I'm glad you're here, Damien. You part of the fam. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for tapping in. We're gonna. Oh yeah, that's one thing. I think we're on Addition with Addy's live, but make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, and we both go live a lot at the same time, so you'll see both of us. So, like I said, thanks for coming back. Thanks for tapping in. 11 people watching. I'm so happy you guys are here. Can you guys do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button? And then as you guys are hitting the thumbs up button, I'm going to look at our topics. We are going to do our best to have the topics picked before we start. It's just been hard. So there's what living off grid tells us about peace, love, and freedom. What it's we tried living with no power for like 24 hours. I don't know what that is. A day in our off-grid Hawaii life. Off-grid couple Q&A. What you really want to know. How we built a life together with almost no money.
I picked last time. You can pick this time.
Well, you guys just heard those. Are there any that you guys want to hear? I guess. I guess we can do. I feel like I don't know. Hold on 1 second, guys. I was on the live last time where both y'all were there. I said to your channel already. Thanks, Damien. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Damien.
it. Okay, we could do how we met. Would you rather Homestead edition, true truths in a lie? That could be fun. If we want a free year of solar, if we want a year of free solar, what would we upgrade first? Our most embarrassing city life habits we still have. Um, I like how we met, and I also like if we want a free year of solar. So I think we talked about a little bit how we met already. Do you feel like we already did that topic?
I asked you to pick, baby. Happy to talk about it again.
I guess how we manage water, food, power, food, and wildlife safety. Yeah, I think that's a good one. So we're going to talk about how we manage water, power, food, and wildlife safety.
Okay. how we manage water, power, food, and wildlife safety.
I'd rather live off the grid, honestly. I'm a more keep to yourself person. Yeah, I do think it really supports that lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
You really get to choose.
Get to choose. Oh, I don't want you here. Okay. Yeah, you get to choose a lot of things. And I feel like there's so many, and I kind of touched on this on another live stream. I don't remember which one. Go watch all of them. But I feel like there's like this connotation or association with off grid being so much harder. But it's really not in a lot of ways, you know, because we're off grid, we get to focus on just being off grid and just homestead, and we have made our jobs as creators part of our homestead and life. So to me, it is a little bit easier, honestly, because we're not dealing with random people. Um, and managing your own food, power, and water, I feel like was the norm before it wasn't the norm, you know? Like the city wasn't always offering water and power to its residents. It used to always be kind of a you had to go get it on your own type of thing.
You mean on the mainland?
Yeah. Well, on the mainland, and I think just in the world, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, before there were government. I mean, because it's like on some level, I don't even know how this whole system works. And has anybody ever questioned it? But it's like theoretically, don't our taxes pay for them to provide us water and power and all of that stuff in addition to what we pay per month?
I think so.
Yeah. So before that was a thing. There's a lot of responsibilities that come with the lifestyle, but that's okay. I don't mind at all. Yeah, because the thing is, there's a lot of responsibilities that come with every single lifestyle. When we were on grid, we still had, I think, way more responsibilities to manage. Honestly, I feel like being able to just focus on food, power, and water and shelter here requires the same amount of energy as going into the office every day or whatever the equivalent is, right? Would you say you agree?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like we have a certain amount of energy per day, and we just allocate it to different things. Nothing's harder, or like we're exerting the same amount of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and so I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. So for power, I think I've talked a good a bit about this morning. We are mostly on solar power, but we don't use as much of the solar because I am still learning and have to learn how to use solar hi, you look pretty. Thanks. Can I really need it for something? So that's my fear in not using it all the time. And we're not only, we have one battery and I think we have like two panels. So currently we use it, like I said, to power our shower pump. Eventually, I just follow 3 steps: improvise, adapt, and organize. I feel like we just do food, water, shelter. Those are probably the 3 things. Shout out to one of our favorite creators, Google Upgrade. I feel like I heard him say that, and it kind of just made everything seem so much more simple to just focus on those things. So for power, it's limited. It's enough for what we need it for, but it's not like we have all kinds of things running on power. Like I know some off-gridders and some homesteaders who have had their homestead for a long time have like full power setups where they're using kitchen appliances and they're doing, they're using their power tools. They're using all kinds of things. I just don't know if our solar is there yet because I feel like we got to see the first day we ran a mini fridge on it, and that immediately burnt out the solar. And I feel like for me that was so shocking. I was like, okay, we need to reorient to how our solar and power operates with us now. So that's been it became just for the shower, and then we also use it to charge our toothbrush. Um, we've used it before to charge our phones, but everything adds up. So I felt like it was just easier to use our car to charge our phones. Um, but now we haven't even been using our car. We've been using our laptop once we charge it and go to the library. So to me, it's just being um, careful. Well, not careful. I guess it's just kind of like planning and strategic. That's what I'm looking for. To be planning and strategic for managing the power. Because there's a day like today where, and really these past couple of weeks, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
where the sun we were getting was really minimal and the clouds came. And obviously your solar's not charging the same way when it's cloudy outside. Is there anything you care to add?
Um,
Talking about
Power. Yeah, I feel like we've learned how to look at power differently and prioritize. Like, I think a big story is with the fridge. Like, I feel like our solar system at the house, it can run like one thing, you know, and we had to decide whether we wanted it to be focused on running our shower pump or running just the fridge or being just our phone charger. And that kind of forced us to prioritize. The stuff that we were keeping in the fridge was great, but I don't think we realized, we didn't think it was worth it, you know, to, um, we had to make a choice. You had to make a decision. And I feel like on grid, you don't have to think about it too much. You're just making a decision to, I mean, people make decisions all the time. Like, they choose not to run their AC. They choose to only have a fan. Or, like, you know, everyone makes power decisions if they have to worry about their power bill. But sometimes, especially if you're a single person living in a small apartment, it's pretty negligible what the difference is. And that was our situation. I think the most impact we had to think about with power was when we were living in Thailand. And that's, the energy bill could get really high there. But we still chose to run whatever we wanted to run for the most part. But we still like turned the AC off during the day sometimes and stuff like
I
that.
forgot. You unlocked a memory talking about financing in other countries, or like, because we talked about how it's like, oh, Thailand was supposed to be so much cheaper. That was something that I don't think either of us was prepared for. That high energy bill.
Yeah.
It's really costly to run energy in the same way that we run energy in America. Damien Kahn said, so I guess you're trying to really focus on making sure you have an adequate power supply. And I would say more than making sure we have an adequate power supply, I think we're making sure we are working with the power supply that we have.
Yeah. We absolutely want to increase our power, and I feel like things that we would, but I feel like JayySnow said, getting more strategic and tapping into the power that we already have. Like, our laptops are excellent battery storage.
Yeah.
And there was just resistance getting them out of the car to charge, you know, but I just noticed that we were just running so much gas, you know. I feel like using the car, that's when we need like an AC blast or need to drive somewhere. It doesn't need to be our primary form of charging because gas is really expensive here. It's almost, you know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So once we increase our power, allow us to like charge our phones and our laptops. But considering how much power costs, like if we got a $5,000 donation today, I don't know if it would go immediately towards upgrading our power.
No.
It will probably go to something that's higher priority because it's $5,000 is a lot just to charge our phones and our laptops. Like,
Yeah.
we just got to think about it.
And I think the only
strategically.
thing I would want to add to what she's saying power wise is like, I can't wait till we can run a big fan all night. Right now we have a battery operated fan, and it does the absolute best it can do.
Yeah.
But if it was a more powerful fan, obviously it would be even more comfortable.
Yeah.
But while I would love to have a fan run all night, I would love a fence way more, so that we could, start doing some more with gardening and everything. So.
Yeah. And like, there are things that we could do. Like, they're way better and more powerful battery operated fan. Like some things just aren't as dependent on power. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's just so many different forms of power.
Mm-hmm.
So but we're just actively making choices. Like
Mm-hmm.
we could have three fans going, and
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like some things just feel I think the passivity of having an electric bill and
Yeah.
just it slightly maybe going up by $20 a month is very
Mm.
different from buying $100 of batteries a month so we can have
Right.
a fan constantly going. It may
Exactly.
not be different, but it feels different.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like really needing to connect with like what we really need, like because it's like we can have we can get one of those big heavy duty battery operated fans shipped to Hawaii
Mm-hmm.
and buy the batteries and run it,
Mm-hmm.
but for probably way cheaper than upgrading our solar to run
Mm-hmm.
a fan. But I feel like just human nature, there's just resistance to that.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Damien said yes, safety is important too. It is. And I also feel like, excuse me, being off grid, I think you really get a chance to prioritize as a human because I feel like coming from the mainland, coming from on grid, you don't even realize there's a lot of stuff that we don't really need. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff that doesn't really bear as much impact. Would you like me to help you make it more stable? Set your phone down because we could probably move the cauldron to where the file is, or if you're okay, that's okay too.
We could. I just wanted them to be able to hear you. Like
Oh, okay.
I was resting it here, which is fine.
Uh huh.
I just don't know
If they
how, if
can
they
really
can
hear
hear
you
you.
well. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, so have you all considered a generator? Hey, Allie, welcome in. Thanks for coming. We have a generator that we haven't really tried yet. The thing is kind of what we were getting at too, where it's like there obviously, it's like if there's things if we could think of some things to do with the power, we're gonna think of some things to do with the power. But I think it is kind of honestly a little mind blowing to me in some ways. Like it feels like enough. You know what I mean? Like we have our phones charged, we know how to get our laptops charged when we go there. And it's like a generator to me is disrupting the peace because they're really loud, and they also don't solve the gas issue.
Mm-hmm.
We would need a solar generator to make it worth our time, which they have. And like I said, I think eventually we'll move to getting that sort of thing. But the truth is, we aren't really thinking about every single day, like, "Ugh, we just don't have enough power." You know what I mean? Like, because we do have enough power. We have, when it gets too hot, there's the AC in the car. When that's not enough, it's like, let's just break down. Forget all the plans. We got to go to the beach. We got to get in the water. We got to cool off. Also, being on catchment water, we don't have hot water unless we boil it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another way to cool off really easily is to just go hop in the shower and you immediately cool down and feel good and feel clean. So yeah, we definitely want a solar powered generator eventually. And we have a generator. We just haven't even bothered to check if it could work. is the truth. Because like I said, we just aren't really like, oh no, we don't have power. I know another thing when we do get more power is that we obviously want to have Wi-Fi, but not having Wi-Fi honestly has worked out better than I could ever imagine here. I didn't think it was going to work out as well as it did because there's a lot of like Reddit posts and threads, and it's like it is known that the power or that the telephone towers in Hawaii aren't that good on some
Mm-hmm.
networks, but we have an issue in one town, and that's not the town we live. It's a town we
Right.
visit a lot, but we don't live there, so it's not a problem at all.
Yeah, that's true. I think we kind of hit stopping point with Wi-Fi because we realized that we need to plug it into something, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, and especially now that we aren't as dependent on our shower, like
Mm-hmm.
we take bucket showers now,
Mm-hmm.
like, and we don't use our sink upstairs. Like we
Mm-hmm.
could decide that we just want to use our solar to
Mm.
run Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
but there just hasn't, and then that takes away our need to go to the library, but not fully because we still need to charge our laptop. So
Right.
it's like until we can like do more than one thing on our solar, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense to get Wi-Fi when we have free Wi-Fi at restaurants, at the
Mm-hmm.
library, at all sorts of places have
Mm-hmm.
free Wi-Fi
Mm-hmm.
because they know
Mm-hmm.
that not everyone has Wi-Fi here,
Mm-hmm.
and we pay a significant amount of money each month for our phone
Yeah.
plan. Uh,
Shout out to Verizon. Not
yeah,
sponsored, but we could be.
we could be. It would be great. We would love one of those little. We talk to us at Verizon. We actually need to email y'all, but Verizon works in Hawaii,
Verizon works in Hawaii,
and where we live.
and it's working for us perfectly.
Yeah,
So.
and our fortunately our realtor also had Verizon,
Mm-hmm.
so we had to do all of our home visits via FaceTime basically, so
Yeah.
we could tell which places had no service versus had service, and I don't think we even knew at the time how
Mm-mm.
important that was.
But it was a huge plus for us, and I'm so glad you brought that up because I don't think we even realized it until we finally got a property where he was like, "Yeah, I can do it through FaceTime like normal and
Mhm.
everything." And we were like, "Oh, great! So phones are gonna work good there, you
Yeah.
know." Whereas the other ones, it was choppy, and
Impossible.
the first time we were both so disappointed because we're like, it's gonna be our first showing. We're
Mhm.
gonna be looking at the property, and the phone didn't work.
Yeah.
It was so bad. So he did a great job. You know, if you want his name, LOL, we could recommend it. He just took a video and everything, but there's nothing like, you know, as live streamers, right? There's nothing like being
Mhm.
there live and seeing it. And I'm incredibly inquisitive about things like that. So it's like, and I'm sure it worked out for him because I would have been like, can you tell me about this? Can you tell me about that? Let me see that
Mhm.
again. Da, 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 da. So we just didn't have that ability. We had to go from the videos, which worked because we didn't get those places.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi would actually be the last thing on my mind if I'm living off grid. I'll be out there exploring, rather be on a computer. I'll be more out there exploring, rather be on a computer or cell phone. I prefer the outdoor activities. Yeah, I think we prefer a lot of the outdoor activities too. I think it's all about balance here. I feel like the way our cabin is set up, I don't know about Addy, but I mean, it keeps us really dry and everything. It does everything it's supposed to do, but it also to me feels a lot like being outside.
Mhm.
So I feel like we don't feel a shortage in nature in any capacity because we
Yeah.
spend most of our days outside, just observing and learning about the homestead. Like I feel like you guys got to see at the very beginning of the live, like I mean, you wake up and check on all of the nature. It's just kind of a part of it. Like I wake up and I check on that soursop tree to see if I have any new soursop babies coming.
Mhm.
I noticed those canistels every time I was going to the bathroom. So I was like, let me see if I can go get any of them. The picker wasn't long enough for all of them, but I went and got one. So also knowing the animals, like there's so much to see. And I feel like we fully spend all of our time in nature. So we're definitely, and we're streamers, so I think it would be great to have Wi-Fi. But I think it's okay that you don't want Wi-Fi too. I think that's kind of something for being on mainland and being on grid. Like we've been off grid now for a month and a half, I
Mhm.
think. Actually, no, this will make 2 months, right?
Mhm.
So we've been off grid for 2 months now. So yeah, soursop tree. It's one of my favorites too, and I'm learning about it. And that's kind of the thing too, Damien. Like, there's so much to learn. Like, we are coming from what we start our lives at 10 a.m. Hawaii time, Allie. We're coming from a one-bedroom apartment.
Mhm.
We knew very little about farming, about managing our orchard, managing even 3 acres, because one-bedroom apartment obviously is very different
Oh, hey
from
Savage, what's up?
Hey Savage.
Welcome back.
So a big part of why we aren't doing anything, and that's why we're really excited about the fence, but we also are just trying to learn about what's going on here,
Mhm.
because I've never cared for a soursop tree. And my story with the soursop tree that let me know I was kind of doing too much was I was trying to do a self-pollination journey,
Thank
and
you.
the pollen molded, and I don't believe any of the ones I pollinated are fruiting or turning into fruit. And it was like all of those lies were like, it's so easy to do, but it's not easy to do. So, and it's not easy to do because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I just had to take a pause and give myself time to learn about being a farmer. It looked like Savage just made it into my gang.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
my gang.
Yes, you're a
And
standard
then
mod,
Allie,
Savage.
I feel like I'm gonna make you a mod too. Why not?
Yeah, all my friends get to be mods, friends
Snow
and family.
gang.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the congrats. Yes, we're in Hawaii. We're living off grid, and I really appreciate you showing up and checking in.
Mm.
So another thing about Wi-Fi, because someone asked, it's like, so we have family that lives all over the world, and we need like WhatsApp. FaceTime is
Mm-hmm.
important, so it's not as superficial as just needing to like stream stuff.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, it's also a safety issue
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
but we have it through our phones. We
Uh
don't
huh.
need additional Wi-Fi for our laptops, as long as we have phone connection, everything works for us.
Mm-hmm. But no, I think we really. I feel like both of us can barely even. I mean, not barely. We're perfectly capable, but both of us are even hesitant to go into town because I feel like being off grid is realizing that dealing with people is a lot of work, a lot of energy.
Yeah. No, for sure. I feel like, we're kind of in the country out here, so there's sometimes aggressive drivers that I find aggressive. I feel like my
Yeah.
tolerance for drivers is low. Like there's certain states and cities that I don't really like driving in because I feel like they drive in an unsafe way.
Yeah.
Just the crowds of the parking lots. Hey Paula, what's up? Welcome back. Ma gang in the house. It's like all we just don't feel like dealing with it. But of course, we need to like buy sugar and milk and stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like at our goal with the homestead has always been sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying I mean, hopefully we do have sugar cane so we don't have to leave
But
the
I was
house.
when you
You
said
know?
it, I was like, plug for us to start
Yeah.
planting some sugar cane.
Yeah, we talked about getting mini cows so we don't need to get milk.
Mm-hmm.
That's the long-term goal.
Mm-hmm.
Savage says you all are living a great life that most people are not brave enough to explore or
Oh,
self-sufficient enough
thanks,
to. Thanks
Savage.
so much, Savage. Well, we're doing it for you guys and vlogging the journey so it doesn't feel as scary. And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to all the other creators who have done that
Mm-hmm.
for us to make us feel safe.
Yep.
Paula says, what are you talking about? We're talking about how we manage
Food.
food, water, and power
Mm-hmm.
off grid in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, so we're not upset that we don't like going to town. We would love to not have to leave our homestead for anything
Mm-hmm.
in the long term, not
Mm-hmm.
because we're trying to be cheap or anything like that, just because the world is just a lot of energy and we don't always like dealing with that.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like you can
Dev, you're
avoid
going in timeout.
it. I
uh,
definitely had to put one in
Yeah,
timeout.
Dev, you're in timeout for 30 minutes. And mods, whenever you see people being inappropriate, feel
Yes.
comfortable putting them in timeout for however long you
For however,
decide.
I personally only do the 24-hour increment, so that's my thing. But whatever you guys see fit.
Paula asked what part of Hawaii we live in. We don't share which specific island that we live on due to safety issues because people are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We live in Hawaii, which is already specific enough, I think. We're literally in the middle of the Pacific Ocean
Right.
on one of 9 or 10 islands in the archipelago.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure what he was talking about, but I suspected he was being weird. Bye, Dev. Thanks, Savage. Yes, I get it. Thanks, Paula.
Thanks for checking in, Damien. You said it's that time. Gonna hit the gym now for a couple of hours and come back and get my super detox tea ready. I hope your super detox gets you feeling
Yay.
lovely and squeaky clean on the inside, Damien. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for checking in. See you next
Excellent
time.
questions. Thank
Yeah, we really
you.
appreciate your support.
Oh, Savage says, also, I have a new job and I deal with people all day.
Yay! Congrats, Savage!
Well, let me finish the sentence. The energy thing is real. I'm drained daily from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the back return to office, I mean, that return to office may have kicked this whole off grid journey, and,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people don't like to admit that they're wrong, but there are
Mm-hmm.
videos that I put out talking about, like, I'm so excited to be back at the office. Like, those were wrong video. Like, I was craving connection.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Which
why I
is
was,
normal because we were coming off of COVID where we
yeah,
were all connection starved, I think. And
yeah.
yes, so soursop leaves. I'm so glad. That's also another adventure in our soursop journey. I want the tree to make more leaves. But see you later, Damien. Thanks.
Yeah. I'll see you. Yeah, so he said, I'm glad it sparked something for y'all. I mean, yeah, I mean, it took some time, but it just, I feel like, you know, they came back with a vengeance with Return to Office. It wasn't just, like, I feel like everyone had kind of, we were just used to showing up at the office every day. And JayySnow never stopped going, you know. But with Return to Office, after, like, proving that the world could function with us working from home, I feel like they needed to put more into it. Savage says also, I left corporate and technology altogether. Period.
Bomb
Wait,
drop.
so please tell me what you're doing now. Obviously, I too have left corporate and technology altogether. What are you doing now? Are you shaving today? You missed it, Paula. You got to catch the replay at midnight. That's when I was shaving my face. At midnight Hawaii time.
But wow, Savage out of tech.
Savage
too.
is out of tech. I mean, that it's a part of a movement. Like, we moved into tech together and we moved out of tech together, and I think it's just because that stuff didn't make sense anymore. We moved to tech because we thought it was going to be save our lives. You know what I mean? And give us that bag. We went and got that bag, and when the bag got sus, we left the bag. Hashtag tourists. All right, so Paula says, oh no, sad, sad. Yeah, I'm sorry. You gotta check it out later. Antonio says, hey ladies, welcome back, Antonio.
Welcome
Ma
back,
gang
Antonio.
in the house.
Thanks for stopping in, tapping in.
My cousin started an insurance company and I got health and life insurance, a health and life license. We help veterans with insurance. It costs them $0 along.
Oh, that's awesome.
Period. Now you're actually doing, and this is what happens. It's like when people leave an industry, it's not because they're just lazy or don't feel like doing it. It's like because it's not saving the world. You know what I mean? Like it's basically these BS jobs that aren't actually helping anybody.
Yep.
You know, and I'm glad that you're now helping people, helping veterans specifically with life insurance. Period.
Because I don't think it's really talked about how to do it enough, but it's important to feel like you're serving a personal purpose in your work.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they want or that they acknowledge that. I feel like it's said and it's
Yeah.
like, well, duh. Kevin, time out. Tripping.
Bye, Kevin.
24 hours.
BRB. Oh, it's your triplet's birthday today. You know, Paula, I've seen your YouTube, and I know you ain't got no triplets. And I'm sorry. Are you one of said triplets? Please be honest with me.
LOL. Girl. Anyway, though. But yeah, no, Savage, talk about feeling drained.
I said BRB.
Oh, okay.
So I'll let you know when he comes back. But so we can still talk about it.
No, I was going to say, talking about feeling drained after work, I feel like that is probably the main reason why I will not go back into like hospitality, anything where I'm doing like customer service. Because a job where your main job is to be nice to people all day and talk is too much.
Yeah.
It's really hard, you know?
Yeah.
Dealing with all those personalities. Somebody's angry about some money and he said it's going to be this way and it's not.
Yes.
It can be too much.
It absolutely can be too much. And Paula said, my siblings B-Day. I figured. Thank you for being honest. You don't have to, you can be real on this channel. But you were can you remind me what you were just talking about?
Just saying I can relate to having a job, because it's not all jobs, but some jobs,
Hashtag not all.
Hashtag not all.
LOL.
But some jobs, the amount of talking and like customer service and everything you have to do is just too much. And then it's like to have to do that for 8 hours and then come home and either be a parent or even a spouse. It's like I can't even show up for anything because I just need 3 hours of silence to replace the constant chatter.
The constant chatter. So true. Antonio said, I'm catching up with the conversation. Are we talking about being drained? So the topic is actually about how we do food, water, and power on the Homestead. But it kind of pivoted because one of my friends came in and talked about leaving corporate or currently having a really draining job in customer service, and we were just talking about how we can relate, and that's why we're not in corporate anymore, because that's really draining. And JayySnow just talked about how it heavily impacts the ability to show up for your family after you've been drained in a customer service front-facing job all day. So that's the catch-up.
And Addy was also saying that leaving tech and working in corporate might have even triggered our desire to be off
Off
grid.
grid. Oh, I was saying return to office.
Return to office
And the
specifically.
amount of energy, thank you for reminding me, the amount of energy, the returning to office versus after COVID, um, the returning to office after COVID was so draining in a way that we didn't know because we had all been used to it.
Yes.
But so I don't know if it got worse or if it was always the same, but it just didn't feel good.
Well, I mean, to me, it's what you said. I feel like we were on a perpetual vacation during
Mm-hmm.
COVID, and it's like, and it didn't feel as vacationing as it could have, obviously, because we, for a short time, thought the world was hanging in impending doom.
Yeah.
But once we realized that it was not impending doom,
Yeah.
and that we were just slaving our lives away at these
Yeah.
jobs
At
that
these
didn't make
jobs.
sense, that didn't serve our inner purpose in any capacity. I feel like what COVID did was gave us too much time to think.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have all that time to think, you start having all of these revelations and epiphanies, and you realize what is the meaning of life.
Yeah.
And then, as we were like, what is the meaning of life? And I think even some people started finding out what their meaning and purpose is in life. They were like, all right, y'all got to come back now.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, well, wait. I just saw what it feels like to have time
Exactly.
to explore the meaning of life.
Exactly. I just got a bonus. I just hit all my targets. And thanks for clarification, Paula. It's all love here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was too much. I mean, I know a lot of positive things came from people being in COVID isolation. A lot of people got married, a lot of babies were born,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of stuff happened. But
Mm-hmm.
for people who, I'll speak for myself. I was living in a city where I had no family in Tampa. I was completely on my own and working an at-home job. Like that was hard, and
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people left New York City because, you know, most people are in that situation in New York City. They're there for their job. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're not there because their family's there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they just go back home because it's
Mm-hmm.
just incredibly isolating. I moved to where I felt comfortable, which was Atlanta, and I'm glad I did. But you're sitting yourself and having all these realizations about
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like even though I wasn't at work, I did it. You know what? Or I was at work.
Uh-huh.
I still had those revelations. You know
Yeah,
what I
because it's
mean?
a complete change.
And it's also, I feel like I was other in that time too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I don't want to be a frontline
I don't want to
worker.
be on the front line of time.
Yeah. And we appreciated what you were doing so much because, I mean, y'all really were delivering essentials. Like, y'all really were making the world go round at that point in time. Like,
And I think that was what made it hard. Talking about golden handcuffs, I feel like that was where that was my most wealthy time as an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got my own apartment. I was buying whatever I wanted.
yeah. So, but yeah, we can go back to the topic.
Yeah, we got a little off.
So we did power.
And then so food, I think we're still learning how to manage. You know what I mean? So food is interesting because it's still so tied to power in terms of like having excess.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny because when we went to Paris this past, I don't know, last time we were in Paris, I just remember noticing and I was like, wow.
Was it Christmas before last?
Or
last
was
Christmas?
Was it? I think
It was last Christmas.
So last Christmas when we were in Paris, I remember seeing like people walking home from the store and they had one brown bag. You know what I mean? And I also remember noticing like there's a store, a little neighborhood store on every single corner. And that was the first time I kind of started to think about like, it might be wasteful or it's kind of weird that we have to go to the store and buy $200 or $300 worth of groceries for 2 weeks, as opposed to just being able to come every day and pick up a few things that you need.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
Bye, Paula. Sorry,
Paula.
and we'll answer your question another time.
Mm-hmm.
Would you move somewhere else? And right now we want to stay in Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't think we'd move anywhere else. I feel like even if we got new property, we would get it somewhere
in Hawaii.
But yeah, so that was the first time I started going. About like how much food and stuff we were buying. What?
Someone just popped in saying hello, Black Baddies.
Well,
Hello.
Thank you for noticing, Tahira. So, once we got here, because I feel like full transparency, I think that was something that was hard for us to agree on and get commonality on. You know what I
Food.
mean? Food, and
Yeah.
specifically like grocery shopping and grocery budget.
Yeah.
And I feel like there were just a couple of habits that are so normalized we had to break. Like Addie, and I've liked it too. She converted me, but we got to the point where we like to buy the things that you're going to need. We like to have in bulk. So it's like we've got more toilet paper than we can use in a month. We've got more paper towels than we
Mm-hmm.
can use. It's like all of those things, feminine hygiene products, like
Mm-hmm.
all of those things, like that we know we're going to use,
Mm-hmm.
having in
Trash
abundance.
bags.
Trash bags. Addie has her essentials that
Mm-hmm.
that needed to be bulk bought.
Yeah.
And then, and matter of fact, when we were managing the budget and grocery shopping, those would be her items, the things that she
The
liked
household items, yeah.
having in bulk.
Yeah. And I would say that's still the same. We've
Right.
downsized, but
Mm-hmm.
we always have more than we
Mm-hmm.
need.
So downsizing with power inevitably made us downsize with how much food we keep on the homestead. I feel like once we got in the cabin, because it is open air, we immediately realized like food being in there is just a bit much. We don't
Yeah.
do too much food in there at all because I mean, it's just too much outdoor elements. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Food brings in bugs. Then
Yeah.
we got to worry about food spoilage, mold, because it's super humid here.
Yeah.
So it's like really, even I feel like my cat eats her food faster because if she leaves it too long, ants get it, mold gets it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So just that's in the cabin, and then in our outdoor kitchen, it's like we have a huge bag of brown rice that's been doing pretty well. So I imagine that we'll always have rice and oats do well. But we left a bag of flour here when I made that loaded potato soup in my live. If you haven't seen
Mm-hmm.
it, go back and watch that live. And I bought flour because I thought the soup would need it, but it ended up not needing it. And this is a whole bag of flour, guys. A whole bag of flour
Mm-hmm.
that one of the animals attacked and ate.
Yeah, for sure. We didn't think that. Antonio said, I'm sorry if you already talked about this. What do you guys do for power? Shout out to the person that says Black Baddies. Love you too, Paula. Bye. Just a super quick recap.
Yeah.
We have solar, not the solar, enough solar to run a couple things. Right now it's our shower and charging our toothbrushes. We have battery powered fans. We
And
have
battery powered lights.
battery powered lights. We have a propane cook stove. We also have fire. So that's what we
Mm-hmm.
do for power. And you can watch the recap to hear more nuance, but that's what we do for power. So
Mm-hmm.
on to food. Yes, the flour got stolen. The flour got took.
Which I was really not expecting
Me
the flour
either.
to be taken. Like, I just kind of assumed like any animal is going to be like, I don't want that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because the truth is, these animals, these wild animals living good. I feel like there are cats at the dump that live with the chickens, and they're we just saw the other day people come and feed those
Yeah.
cats and everything. Like homeless it's a place to be. It's homeless. If you have to be homeless, Hawaii is the place to be. So it's great for all the animals because everybody's loving them and taking care of them.
Yeah.
And frankly, the pigs and stuff that come on our property, they eating good.
Yeah.
Like we adopted that cat, who you guys at the beginning of the live saw me open that cat food for.
Yeah.
And like I said, I feel like she shows up here at about 7 a.m. to come see if we left that food down for her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even pretend to exchange any pleasantries. She
No.
comes,
It's just for the food.
it's just for the food.
Yes. We had to shift to just doing our daily bread, oh my gosh, not you waited until you're in timeout for 24 hours. Just inappropriate to hear but basically it's like, I don't know why. I think it's just because it's what we knew and that it was so hard because it's like, it's not like we're in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with picking up what we need to cook that day.
Yep.
And I feel like, and there's also so many convenient, way better than on the mainland, like cheap food to eat, like poke. Like it's way better. We don't have access to $8 poke
On the mainland.
on the
absolutely
mainland.
not. I don't
so-
think there's any seafood
so-
that's of good quality that's at that price point.
Right. We have, major fast food chains. We have high quality seafood and rice.
Mm-hmm.
We have and all the things that we can purchase and buy and cook. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it was just an adjustment that
Mm-hmm.
we can't, you know, we have to be intentional about food in a way that we didn't have to on the mainland, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what's new.
And I feel like what eased our transition from like refrigerator and to no refrigerator was our cooler. And we honestly have kind of stopped running the cooler because that also became something we had to go and manage every day and buy
Yeah.
ice for. And then when you forget the ice, you're like, oh no, and it's gross and it's bugs and stuff like that. So we were going really hard with keeping up the cooler. But as we kept going, thank you, and Dealy. So as we kept going, the cooler even seemed less relevant because it's like right now in the cooler, and I'm pretty sure I don't know if we can use it. I don't think we bother. I don't think we care to at this point. It's like ketchup, mustard, and relish, you know,
And garlic.
and garlic.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't flow to have that cooler here.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting is things that you think are going to be cheap meals aren't actually cheap meals
Right.
because you got to automatically add the cost of 2 blocks of ice for the
Mm-hmm.
leftovers.
Yep.
Um, uh, hot dogs and hamburgers, we haven't been able to purchase everything we need for those under our
No.
daily food budget.
No.
I think the most cost effective was the baked potato soup,
Yeah.
you know, and but you got to add the cost
Of the 2 blocks
of
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 ice.
the 2 blocks of ice,
Yeah.
or just downsize the recipe
Mm-hmm.
to, which is hard. Everyone knows that
It's
cooking for
really
two.
hard because I feel like even with the potato soup, I did three, and I guess next time I would maybe do 1 carrot, one thing of celery,
I mean, you can
three
just cut in
potatoes.
half.
Yeah, because well, I did three,
Right,
so
so right. So one and a half, I guess, or
hmm
but you can't get
you
half a
can't
carrot.
buy half a carrot. You can't buy
Yeah.
half of a
Yeah.
celery. You know,
But it's like you really have
it
to.
is peaceful. Thanks, Andy Lane.
But what I think we were going to originally do when we got the soup was make what you made and have it for lunch and dinner. But we
Mm-hmm.
ended up having it for dinner, which
Mm-hmm.
required the cooler
Mm-hmm.
overnight. I don't think you made.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense to do all that effort to cook for one meal. Like I
No.
think you did the right thing. We just didn't do it early enough.
Yes.
And by the time we were ready to
What's
do
up,
it,
King or Kings?
we wanted by the time it was ready to cook the potato soup,
Snugging.
we were so starving. It's like we need to eat something before, you know what I
Before
mean?
we can even start the soup. And I
Yeah.
think that leads into our next thing that I do believe makes food management more difficult is that I think each meal just takes more effort. So I think sometimes we end up not being able to do exactly what we want because we just let ourselves get so hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how we realize like food is a real priority.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets to be passive in some ways when you are on grid because it's all around. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's all around here. I feel like we had to figure out and remember that we lived on an orchard, so we
Mm-hmm.
can always go pick some fruit. It's no reason for us to be sitting here with our stomach touching
Starving.
our backs, and there's fresh grown fruit at every turn,
Right.
you know?
Everywhere we look, there's free food around.
Mm-hmm.
But food isn't rational, I
No.
don't think. Sometimes you just have a taste for what you have a taste for.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, I think about how many times we've both been starving but not knowing what we want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's, and also realizing that some things we love eating, for example, McDonald's. I mean, love is a strong word, but you know, it's something that feels good
I mean,
sometimes.
we like
Yeah.
McDonald's. I think that's probably what we eat the most commonly right
Yeah.
now, just because it's cheap, affordable, and it's it's going to be good whatever
Yeah.
you get.
So, but we don't like McDonald's breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel good in
Only
our
because it
stomach.
doesn't keep us full. That McGriddle tastes good for the whole 6 bites that you eat it, but then when you're still hungry and feel like you can't do anything, it's just
Yeah.
not a sustainable breakfast.
It's satiating, which is a word that I've been using that JayySnow thinks is funny, but
Yeah, we
I
are
mean,
straight kings or kings. How are you? Are you King Grayson? Kings or kings?
if he's a mod, probably.
That's what I think.
Um, So yeah, so that's one of the things that, food, it's hard because it's hard for all humans. And that's why people are, well, that's why companies are making so much money selling freezers and refrigerators. And
Yes.
that's why grocery stores are making so much money with people
Yes.
buying stuff. Like, what, but because what, something that, like, I talked to JayySnow about is, like, just get, if it just makes me feel better if I'm craving something. It's so rare that I'm craving something that specific. It's like just to get that thing, because if I try to not get that thing and eat around it,
Then you crave that thing.
it's not going to be satisfying. It's not going to
And
be
I feel like
satiating.
that's how we got to even making the potato soup, because I woke up that day and I was just like, I need that potato soup. And I don't
Yeah.
think anything else is going to taste as good.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. And like for me, my common craving is red meat.
Um, I'm new to the channel. What made you guys move to the woods? So we don't necessarily live in the woods. We live in an off-grid
jungle.
cabin. We live in the jungle, in the off-grid cabin. And I feel like if you just enjoy some of our content and listen to what we're talking about today, like we inevitably end up touching on why we moved to an off-grid cabin in the Hawaiian jungle, which, long story short, because it felt right, it felt good, it felt like what we needed as a couple, as people, and as individuals.
Yes.
But there's so much more depth in that if you continue to be a viewer, you'll get into it. We just are right now talking about how we manage food, water, and power, and things like that. So I don't want to get too off topic and delay, but I appreciate your question, and that could be a topic for maybe tomorrow because it came up on the list.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I just been working this first time. I got a link to y'all. Yes, I think I just been working this first time. I got a link to y'all. Oh, like it told you we were live, like you got a notification. Well, thanks for tapping in.
Thanks for tapping in.
We appreciate it. So, yeah, it can be hard. Food, I think, was probably one of the hardest things for us to adapt off grid, because I think power kind of hit us in the face where we were immediately ready and had to implement the change. Because if you don't have power, thank you for subscribing, and to Kindle and
Yay.
Delay. I really appreciate it. Sub dance.
Sub dance.
So I feel like, it's one of those things where it's like power was easy to adjust to because we just didn't have power and there was nowhere to go get it. And when the places that we could go get it, we were not in the place to budget. That wasn't in our budget. So it was like, we just need to figure out how to work with the power that we have. And that was kind of end of it. Food was harder because it's like we can't just say, well, we don't feel like going to get food. You know what I mean? Or we don't feel like doing anything about it. We had to figure out something. And I personally feel like we still struggle with food just because it's something that it's the only thing we really have to leave for. And that in itself kind of makes it hard.
Yeah. I feel like also, like, our breakfast, it's nice to have oatmeal here. It's nice to have fruit here. But I don't think either of us were breakfast people. I feel like when I went to the office, I ate something, but I also was arriving closer to lunchtime,
Right.
so it's not, I don't think either of us are first thing in the morning people. And I think we like coffee as opposed to breakfast, but it sets you up for the rest of the day in a way that nothing else can.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think in our old lives, it was easy to ignore the need for breakfast, whereas like off grid, because everything just requires so much work, so much more energy, frankly, so many more calories. Like, getting hungry is probably the worst thing you can do because it's like you just automatically feel the shutdown. You automatically are like, you know what I mean? And then you're like working despite that deep hunger and lack of energy. Do they have a McDonald's there? I'm thinking they should. They absolutely have McDonald's. There's McDonald's. There's there's the majority of the fast food chains.
Yeah.
That on the islands.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of fast food. But what is different is that the deals, like the certain places don't have the same deals that they have on the mainland, like we'll go onto an app or a website when you order online and we'll be like, oh yeah, you can get this excellent deal for an excellent price, and then you can't get it because we're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So it's actually $5 more.
But I feel like we're not in a food desert. There's no shortage of food. We just it's just different.
Yeah, there's really no shortage of food. Like our most impactful neighbor, we haven't met them, but they leave all of their excess fruit and veg that they grow. They just leave it at the street in a nice stand,
Yeah.
and you can just go grab that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that there's also a part of the culture here that there's a lot of food just given away. There's a lot of food growing everywhere. Like I said, on the orchard, I mean, it's ridiculous. We realized it was ridiculous for us to be hungry at any time on this homestead.
Yeah. Antonio says, do they still eat a lot of spam in Hawaii?
Yes.
Well, I feel like so JayySnow's answer is yes. I would say I personally haven't been to a restaurant and seen spam on the menu. I do see spam on display. And I don't know if that is just a stereotype, or if it's something that is a staple diet in what the Hawaiians are eating. I can't say that. Um,
I see at the grocery store this the masubi, which is like a spam sushi roll kind of. It's like spam, rice, and then a sheet of nori, and I think those are the main three components. I see those at Foodland, and I think the reason a lot of times Edition doesn't see them is because they're gone. So, and I also see the masubi at I see them at Foodland. I see them at 7-Eleven, and then I feel like I always, when we go to Walmart, see spam on sale. So those things are why I would answer yes. That
Yeah.
spam is really popular here.
yeah, listen to her.
Probably better than here. Yeah, you're right about the deals. I don't think it's necessarily better. I feel like a lot of people don't realize Hawaii is just America. So it's really the same. It's the same for more money, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say things are cheaper here. In terms of fast food, I would say you can get cheaper quality fast food here, but not at fast food restaurants.
That's a good observation.
Yeah, the grocery store, I would say, is the preferred fast food for us.
Yeah.
We're so I'm so grateful that there's another grocery store to tap into. There are other fast food that
Yeah.
isn't like McDonald's.
Yeah.
So it's the grocery store is a hub here, and is a big part of where people get affordable food.
But, I feel like there's just so many ways to life, and I feel like it kind of boils down, to city versus agricultural because if you guys have been following closely, we spent some time in Minnesota earlier this year, and I had dabbled with the idea of like a food based business, and I immediately saw in Minnesota where we were, it's like a lot of the more residential towns and family suburban towns, I think, they don't really leave their house for food all the time. Like, I just don't see people like going out to eat a lot. I don't know if that has to do with the time. I personally felt it had more to do with the area. It's like if you have 3 or 4 kids at home plus your husband, it's like I'm probably not going to go out to eat because it is, I think, at that point more affordable to prepare something at home.
Yeah.
And where we were in Minnesota was also a very farmer/homestead focused place.
Yeah.
So, I remember we were looking for somewhere to go for a date night, and we quickly realized that there was pretty much only one restaurant that was open in the whole town. So I think I grew up in the suburbs, but had spent the last probably like 5 or 6 years in the city and forgot about it until we came back together. That people are not happy to leave their home for food, and we're those people now. People want to prepare their food at home, and when they don't, that's when they want those fast food staples that they know are going to be good. The McDonald's, the pizza places, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I think about that.
So, yeah.
So yeah,
Food.
we're still managing food. We're integrating and learning the importance of breakfast. And then obviously part of our homestead journey is sustainability. So, and I don't even like to put a percentage on it. It's just sustainability. And as it becomes more and more stable, that's just what happens, you know?
Yeah.
I work at Texas row houses. We be busy all the time, and that's what I'm saying. Kings are kings. I think it depends on if you live in a. I think you've mentioned you live in New York. You live in the city, so I think it's city versus suburban, and I think it's also single
Slash
versus
rural.
family, or slash suburban slash rural. You know, um, I think it just depends. But when I'm in the more rural places, I get to easily see that there's not a lot of people all the time going out for restaurants. Like obviously, you know, on the weekends and stuff, the restaurants are busy and thumping. But
After church.
after church, they're busy and thumping. But here, and like I said, that very rural place we were in Minnesota, they just weren't going out. There was nowhere even to go out to dinner. But what you see here, what I saw here and there, are many failed restaurants, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I see where somebody started to try a restaurant, the business still has the moniker up, but this closed down, and I can only assume it's because nobody was going to eat there.
And there is great food in restaurants here. They're just not like fast casual. Like there's no, it's not like Chipotle type places, where you
Right.
can like pick something up for under $10. That's the grocery store.
So yeah. And is there anything else you want to share about food?
I guess, what would you, if you could snap your finger, what would you change? Because we mentioned like we're still on our food journey, still figuring it out. But what's one thing that would make food better for you on the homestead?
One thing that would make food better for me on the homestead. You know, I think for me, it's not necessarily that something's missing as opposed to just remembering to eat in a timely fashion. You know what I mean? Like I see you are turning on the water, I presume, for the oatmeal.
Yep.
And it's like just remembering to even eat the oatmeal, you know, because it's easy to just keep going
Yep.
in spite of. And I feel like probably we just, and I'm guilty, waiting too long to eat. I think those are the things. Everything to do with food, it has absolutely nothing to do with the homestead.
Yeah.
It's just me as a person and adapting to the new needs of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. Big towns are small. It's where you at. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like for me it would be just, adding to our coffee routine the oatmeal. It's like we just now are trying to consistently have our oatmeal. So I forget that we even have it to cook.
Yeah.
So just
Me
getting
too.
so even just this conversation remind me like, oh, I boiled enough water for oatmeal. Maybe like before our second cup of coffee, like
Just go ahead and
have
make
the
it.
oatmeal, so we don't forget. Oh, welcome back, Savage.
Yay.
So we talked about power. We talked about food. What was the other one?
The last thing is water.
Water.
So if you guys were here with me earlier in the live where I went and harvested that canistel, you kind of got to see our catchment tank. Our catchment tank is 500 gallons of water, which now I'm really grateful for. I feel like at first it didn't sound like enough because it's like more ideal for a lot of people, but I think they have bigger families. It's like these like 10,000 gallon catchment tanks and even a 5,000 gallon catchment tank, and obviously in time wanting to upgrade that, but that 500 has been working perfectly fine for us.
Yeah. Like I've taken a peek in it when we thought we had run out of it, and it was like so close to the top. Like I could see the water. Like it was.
Yeah.
It barely has even budged because the rain just replenishes it almost immediately. Antonio says, I'm still catching up, but over here dying about JayySnow saying the wild pigs are over here eating good. Yes.
They are.
The wild pigs are definitely over here eating good.
It's not just
Oh, I was gonna finish, but thank you.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna finish making the oatmeal. You didn't have to get up.
I was just turning it
Oh,
on.
thank you. But yeah, keep talking. We can hear you. I'm just making some oatmeal since we're talking about food on the homestead.
I feel like all the animals in Hawaii out here eating good. It's 'cause
Yeah.
it's like I was looking up mongoose this morning because I I only see their tail. You know what I mean? And when we woke up this morning, it was obvious that something had been in the oranges because the whole bottom of the whole house smelled like oranges, and me and Addy were in bed, knocked out. So I was like, the pigs then got into the oranges or something did. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Um,
Yeah, for sure. So, you were talking about the catchment. Not, I feel like our catchment, really would need to be upgraded. Like if we're gonna run a washing machine, but or
mm,
stuff, but still don't even know for real,
yeah.
because it's replenished so much, and
Mm-hmm.
so. But you're talking about your journey of the catchment
Yeah,
of water.
I feel like I finished. I thought it wasn't going to be enough, but 500 gallons is actually plenty of water for two people
Yeah,
to shower with.
we barely put a dent in it. I don't really even use it anymore. It's basically, because it's a cold shower.
Yeah.
That would change when we get our heated shower. Shout out to the GoFundMe pinned in the comments if
Yeah.
you want to help us get hot
A
showers.
heatless propane, or no, what is it?
Heatless
A
pro.
tankless water propane.
Yeah, a way to take hot showers off the homestead. You can
Yeah.
donate that link in comments. But uh, for what was I saying now? It's like right now our catchment is used for a cold shower here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even being used for anything at all,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just keeps getting full.
Yeah. What's crazy? Crazy kings are kings. But yeah, so catchment works perfectly fine, and then we also it's filtered, it's clean. One day, I don't know when. One day we'll walk you through our thing, but we have like a UV filter, so it goes through that, and then we also have two water filtration
Mm-hmm.
system thingies. I don't know. I do this because that's the shape that
They're-
they are.
Yeah.
And that cleans our water when we want to shower with it. And then when Addie's we get a lot of city water,
Yeah.
and then we just do bucket showers, like she said, so we can boil the water
Yeah.
and have a hot shower as opposed to. But sometimes it's so warm still at night, or I think I'm just warm from the whole day.
Yeah.
So I still like to, even when we do a hot bucket shower, I do a cold rinse at the end,
Mm-hmm.
just because it makes me feel good before going to bed.
Yeah. I feel like before we moved here, we didn't realize that didn't need to be 100% dependent on our catchment.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even if we wanted to take cold showers, we could do that with the city water that we have
Mm-hmm.
access to.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't know that. So it
Right.
was really important that we had a functioning catchment system. I feel like the catchment is our backup water. We
Yeah.
don't fill our bucket, or we don't fill these with our catchment. Like we have,
No.
if you can see this like water bottles or that blue tank, we have about 5, 6 of those. We don't use our catchment to fill those up. We use that from the free city water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, and the last thing we need to be thinking about is water here.
Mm-hmm.
And we get so much rain, but we also needed a functioning catchment system to collect that rain. Not everyone has as advanced of a catchment system as us.
Mm-hmm. No, and I feel like these are the things that make me appreciate the cabin, and also the person who started our homestead.
Yeah.
Like, one thing it is fully functionals. The monkeys got in the oranges. I don't know what got in those oranges, but it smelled so good going down there. And I was like, what is that? I'm like, are there orange blossoms? And it's
Yeah.
like, no, the oranges are in full fruit.
Yeah. I'm
It's
sure
not a blossom in sight.
I'm sure it was the pigs, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
because I see it looks like they ate the inside and left the peel.
I think I could, because the rent is crazy. Yeah, no, rent is absolutely crazy. I feel like that's our biggest thing, and we can talk about that in another video. But that's probably our most favorite thing about being off grid, is to be free and delivered from the burden of rent and mortgage.
Rent free, mortgage free.
Singing the holy gospel to you guys.
Yep.
So, yeah. So water, I feel like, was probably the easiest to adapt to, because I think it's a common thing on the island. I mean, we're surrounded by water.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they've always known that it has to be a plentiful water source. Like, even when we read about ancient Hawaiian farms and stuff like that, it's like they had water coming from the top of those mountains and hills, and
Mm-hmm.
they would figure out how to make a irrigation. I think that's what it's called, or like an
Mm-hmm.
aqueduct like system. And they would bring the water down and supply the whole village with water.
Yeah.
So they have always been masterful at bringing water to the land.
Yeah. Antonio asked, "Do y'all mingle with the Neheb?" I don't know what that means. Neighbors. Savage says, "The rent and mortgage thing." Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
are. We are rent free. We're mortgage free. We put every dollar we have into our property and buying our truck. So
Rent free, mortgage free, and debt free.
yeah, Savage knows how much I sing the Dave Ramsey praises, so this shouldn't be a surprise. But thank you. He said, "Glad y'all are free from that." Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we're grateful.
Mm-hmm.
We still need donations though.
Yes.
Um,
In the bio.
yeah. Yes, neighbors. So we don't mingle with the neighbors, but JayySnow mentioned that we benefit from one of our neighbors' community fruit stands. We hope to have our own community fruit stand because we have so much excess fruit here. We just don't have something to put at the front of our property. We absolutely would be sharing that with our neighbors. I think we came from being just around a bunch of people. We're just letting that happen naturally as it goes. We're not. We also have not received any fruit baskets or
And
as
welcomes
you know.
to the neighborhood. Yeah.
Exactly.
I was gonna say I feel like the only thing I can think about as far as like mingling with the neighbors, I'm sure when we have our barn raising or our whatever,
Yeah.
we'll invite the neighbors over with like a
Yes.
little something cute.
Pamphlet or
But
something.
I think the vibe of the area is kind of mind your own business in the most polite way. Like I'm sure if we needed something and really were
Yeah.
going out of our way to facilitate relationships, I'm sure there would be openness and receptivity. But
Yeah.
I don't get that vibe from anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of, I mean, let's be honest. Most of the plots where we live are 3 acres, so I just don't think you buy 3 acres to become a neighbor, and
exactly.
home associates kind of person.
Exactly.
I think it is kind of ingrained in the idea of buying it that everybody here wants a good amount of solitude.
Yes. I agree because you can live in the city type areas, you can live in smaller lot areas. 3 acre people probably doing their own thing. Savage says, "Love that. I'll be debt free 100% by next year." Congrats, Savage.
Congrats on your journey. You got this.
Yes, you got this. It got a little wicked. I assume talking about debt and stuff, but yeah, sounds like you got a plan.
No,
Amazing.
it got wicked for everybody. I saw a clip yesterday that was talking about the global credit card debt number. I was like,
Yeah.
jump scare.
Yeah, and LOL. And I feel like that was the Occupy, which that was
Was that what that was? Yeah, but
I'm sure it's
but I
way
feel like
even
I've
more
seen
now.
one from now because people
Probably,
are really
yeah.
upset. Because about it's a lot going on to why people are worried about finances.
Yeah.
So
we're grateful to be ahead of the game in the sense that we just weren't trying to deal with any of that. And that's why we're on a channel. We'll do a dedicated, money episode at some point.
yeah,
It's on our priority list. So yeah.
no, for sure.
Yeah. Some of y'all know I've been preaching the gospel for years now. And hopefully you guys come around to the easier, softer, financially abundant side.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think water was probably the easiest for us to figure out how to manage out of all three of the things. Water.
Yeah. But we were also forced to manage it really quickly because our water pump stopped working and we thought it was because of the power.
Well, first we thought it was because of the power, and then I foolishly was like, we used all 500 gallons in 3 days. And that was just not true.
Yeah, so we thought we ran out of water, found out that was nowhere close to being true. We thought it was the power, but we needed to call a plumber.
We just needed, and I think, that was one of the main things that it still tickles me because it's like, I feel like and shout out, there's no bad blood to these YouTube creators, but I feel like I foolishly thought coming out here, like, I'm going to be able to figure out how to be a plumber now. You know,
Yeah.
we're not going to need to seek any help. And even when we went and bought the filter, we were told the guy, we were like, yeah, we're going to install this ourselves.
Yeah.
And y'all, it was so quick before we realized that was not
That's
about
not
to
happening. And gratefully, because it was already installed.
Yeah.
So we just truly did not know how to fix it. And yeah, it's a plug that you don't need to do everything yourself.
No.
That's just impossible. So we were grateful to get a recommendation for a plumber. We had to beg for him to even do the job.
Right.
But he did. And we also received donations to fund it because it was, I feel like just to get the supplies was $600.
Yeah.
Just to get him out here to do the job was almost $350. So shout out to our donators and supporters that gave us running water. Shout out to the GoFundMe linked in bio.
Which is a priceless gift.
It really, to give us water, running water, that's the importance of these donations, y'all. So Savage says, yeah, the car loan crisis is here. So is the credit card crisis. Those two alone are going to crash this economy further. Well, I really hope it doesn't. And that's why we're preaching the gospel.
Debt-free, off-grid home build.
Debt-free, off-grid. You know, it's not like we're retiring in a mansion. Like, you know, we're living within our means. And this is what it looks like. And we know that that's weird. We know that that's different. But we're trying to break the myth that, you know, unless you're sacrificed 60 years of your life slaving away to corporations, like, you're not going to, you got to be real about what your retirement looks like. You got to be real about what a home you can afford looks like. You got to be real about what a card you can afford looks like, and that you don't have to just finance everything.
Yeah.
We love being weird, yes.
Kings are King said, I'll be happy because it ain't no snakes. I mean, we love the no snakes.
We love there's no snakes.
I feel like that's probably why we were one of the reasons I was happy that, and also felt certain that we could learn how to farm here, because it's just a lot of things you don't have to worry about here that you do. Mainland.
The worst thing is pigs. You need a fence, and you need, if it's not pigs, it's rabbits. If it's not rabbits, it's chipmunks. You know what I mean? There's always garden pests. You know, there's also like, and shout out to GoFundMe, that's how we're funding the fence, but it also doesn't completely stop us. We could create an enclosed area that the pigs can't get into to start a garden. You know, we could, you know, there's ways.
There's ways if we were really adamant about
ready for right now, but right now we're just focusing on our fence, and we would appreciate literally any support that you guys have.
Link in bio.
Yeah.
Or you can buy something from our Etsy shop.
Yeah, for sure. Or you can watch all of our videos so we can hit our watch hour count.
Get, monetization.
Yeah, and get monetized by YouTube. You can just have them running in the background when you're asleep with the mute off. I'm sure we both have playlists for our daily shows.
Absolutely.
You can just run that. That's that. If you don't have the funds, that's the best way you can support us, subscribing and watching all of our videos. So you said water was easiest to solve, and I was saying we were forced to learn it very quickly. And that was like week 2 maybe, or a few days in, that our water pump went out.
Yeah.
And also and everything happens for us because we were able to downgrade, you know, just like, you know, it worked out. You know, we have running water now, and we have consistently had running water since we got it fixed. And we have learned where we can get water, what kind of water we like. And yeah. What else is there with water?
I think that's it. I feel like like I said, it was the easiest, and I feel like we chose a place, and I don't think we knew when we chose, but it just worked out that Hawaii is a water abundant place.
Yes.
And
really good water.
We didn't have to think about it other than once we found out how to get it. So now it's just going to get it. And I think that's pretty simple, right? Fill up the jug.
Yeah.
And come on our back.
That was a blessing.
And also I think rain water and catchment makes it really easy too, because it's just like, that's it.
Yeah, you just catch the water. Abundance. truly abundant. And that's something that we wanted. We wanted to feel abundant on our property. We wanted it to feel lush. And that comes from water, you know.
As our realtor said, rainforest.
Rainforest, yes.
I thought it was so funny because he would show us properties, or he'd say he had something. I'd be like, "Is it lush?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, it's rainforest."
It's rainforest, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's 2 hours. Oh my God.
I'm about 5 minutes behind. I think that was telling me to make videos, make videos to boost your channel.
Yeah, we're making videos right now.
Yeah, we're making videos, and that's why we've been doing our daily live stream. You know, we're doing it. We're doing the hashtag work.
We're doing the hashtag work.
So, I appreciate your support, everybody's support, King Grace, or you're not King Grace anymore. Your kids are Kings.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
All of our supporters. My poll right now is, have you donated to our GoFundMe? And 75% of you guys said no. So you can change that. You can click the link in our pinned comments and support our GoFundMe. Oh my God, look, that bee just went into our citronella thing. We have bees that do really weird stuff. There he goes. There's the bee.
I think it's because somebody in our neighborhood, I personally believe is a beekeeper.
Look at the bee.
Go
away, bee! Go away, bee! Go away, bee! Go away, bee! Go away, bee! Go away, bee! I have an irrational fear of bees. And that's something that I'm sorry I have to... Antonio says, I got you payday. Yes. Wait, is your payday today? Thank you so much. But we will look out for that. We really appreciate it.
No, we really appreciate everything. I mean, we're experiencing it with you guys. We're sharing every part of the journey with you guys.
Something that has helped me with my irrational fear of bees. Everyone has a phobia, y'all. I know it's weird. Is that bees are a sign of abundance and prosperity. So that has helped me, like, in some ways. But I am terrified of bees. I know it's weird, but I'm working on it.
Kings Are Kings said they have a machine you can take the water out of the air. Yeah, I think probably like a dehumidifier, but you know, those, you said machine, which usually means like plug in or power needed. So really what we have, and it's like, even if it wasn't raining or anything, like, but it's always raining. So even if we didn't have a sophisticated catchment system, thank you. We would just fill up a trash can with rainwater. We would just let rainwater fall into a receptacle to collect it. So I think that's part of why water feels so abundant. Because one, it's really rainy here, and then two, wherever we are, like I see all the off-grid creators doing it. Like I said, fortunately we bought our property and I think catchment is so normalized. I'm okay, baby. Catchment's so normalized here that you know, it's just kind of like a known thing. You know how to talk. Everybody knows how to do it and talk about it. It is known to catch water. But I see the other off-gridders doing it, you know, science-free. Like, shout out to Only Up West. I feel like he did a very basic off-grid water catchment where it's like he just had a tarp and a trash can under it. That's all you need to catch the water. And like I said, if that's what and then I saw one where they had just like they had made, I don't know if they made them or they bought them. They made screens and they just put that on top of the water to catch, to keep things out of it. But all you need to catch water is a thing to hold it in.
And rain.
Exactly. So I feel like if you are really interested in that, you can go online and see all of this like super basic water catchment techniques people use.
Yes. Also, like, you know, if you know you're going to want to live off grid, right now we notice the trend is like Arizona and places that I don't think have consistent rainfall. Like, if you want to be water, and you can't always guarantee that you'll find a well, and digging in the ground, no matter where you are, is costly, labor intensive, really challenging.
Thanks, Kings Are Kings. See you next time.
So we recommend, you know, having, you know, going somewhere that has consistent rainfall, consistent sun if you want solar power. And I'm sure that's what got them to Arizona. It's like, oh, I'll get so much solar power. But you got to think about water too. And that's why this whole episode is about food, water, and power.
To me, it's also just like, you got to think about, like, we realized, especially in just talking kind of before we got here, like, we got to live in Phuket. So we knew we liked a lot of island living. But, you know, talking to Addy's brother, he said something I don't know if I had really heard, is like, he likes all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So you have to really think about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I personally, I think snow is beautiful, and I'll travel to a place and stay where there's snow for a couple of days. But as far as like managing snow and cold, I really, really don't like that, you know?
Me either.
So I knew that we wouldn't thrive, right, in a place that was really cold or snowy.
Yeah.
And I also, this is not to be offensive or anything, it's just my observation. The off-gridders who are like preparing for winter hardcore, that just seems stressful to me. You know what I mean? So I'm not interested in that, and that's why I'll show you guys what I'm doing. But like I said, I realize now that there is a huge group of people who do truly like 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So if you're considering this lifestyle, you just have to think about what you prefer. And go from there, because like you said, I think we've seen a lot of off-gridders that do like Colorado and Arizona, and they haul water a completely different way. You know, they go get it, I don't even know where from, but they go get it or they buy it.
Yeah.
You know?
Antonio says payday is Friday. Thank you so much, Antonio. I'm a remember. I'm a screenshot this. Saved to photos, timestamp. But thank you so much. That's exactly what we are looking for. We're looking for people who will commit to donating and supporting us, just like we are committing to showing up for you guys every day. Except yesterday, but that was personal.
Well, we are now at the 120 mark. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you.
We love you guys. We love sharing this lifestyle with you guys. And if you guys want to know more, see more, do anything, we always take comments, suggestions. Happy to incorporate you guys into our creator, you know, creations.
Our community.
Our community. Y'all truly are our community. Y'all ask us all the time, do we have friends in Hawaii? And the answer is no.
You guys.
Addy is our friend, and you guys is my friend, and you guys are my friends. So you truly are part of our community, part of our journey. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
we
you.
Love you guys.
We love you.
Subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and stop what you're doing right now. Give us a thumbs up. Especially if you made it to this far in the video.
Yes.
Donate to our GoFundMe. Link in bio.
Apparently Friday's payday
Friday payday. So don't forget your favorite girls here
your
in
favorite
Hawaii.
girlies living in the jungle.
And also buy something from our Etsy store. And we will see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. All love.
All love you guys. See you next time. Love you guys. Bye.